Good morning, good people. Welcome back to Collector's Quest and thank you for joining me on another video. This is normally the bit where I say, woohoo, it's Saturday, we made it to the weekend, but actually today is Thursday. Thank the Lord, I've got a few days off from work, which is much needed. Tomorrow is Friday, which is actually the day we're going to travel up to York, so keep a lot to the channel because I'm going to do a ton of filming around York and the fantastic gaming shops along the way. But the agenda for today is to make some money. I'm going to be selling a collection, as I'm sure you've seen from the thumbnail. Today marks the day that we get rid of the PS Vita collection. Moment silent, please, guys. But we're also going to sell some stuff to CX for those sweet vouchers. So let's go through what we're selling in terms of the PS Vita collection. So this is everything that I'm getting rid of in terms of the PS Vita, and I can already hear people screaming saying, no, don't do it. But look guys, PS Vita was something I started collecting for back in 2020, 2021. And in terms of handheld consoles, it sits at the bottom of the totem pole of handheld consoles that I gravitate towards in terms of playing. I always look towards the Switch, the 3DS, and even the PS Portal in recent times, and I forget that I've got a PS Vita collection. I think that's due to the fact that a lot of the games I'm interested in have been ported over to better consoles like the PS4 and the PS5, and these are just sat on the shelf gathering dust, and it's not a collection I'm going to be looking to grow. So yeah, going to get rid of these. But yeah, no regrets or no regrets from me. Look, everything in my collection and everything about video game collecting is give and take, and if I see something sat on the shelf that I have no intention of playing, then to me it's pointless having it in my collection. And everything in my collection's got to be bringing me joy, bringing me value, or something that I'm looking forward to playing some point in the future. And I've got to be honest, I haven't played the PS Vita in probably 3 years, and I have no desire to ever play it. What I am going to do, I am actually going to keep my PS Vita OLED so that I can mod it if I ever want to play it again in the future. Let me know in the comments how you guys approach this subject. I know it's very touchy for game collectors selling stuff. We all love hoarding stuff like Smog the Dragon. But do you follow the same thought process as me, where if something's not bringing you joy, it's not adding value to collection, you get rid of it? Or are you one of those collectors that just keeps everything or puts it in the loft for a rainy day? Let me know how you approach this subject. And it won't be a Collector's Quest video without selling some stuff to CX for those sweet vouchers. So we've got an old iPhone, laptop, and my old action camera that I used to use for the car boots. I think in that bag there's about £350 worth of CX vouchers, so hopefully they take everything in because I'm in desperate need of some CX vouchers. Also going to show 2 games that I picked up from a fellow subscriber, so shout out to you, sir. Picked up Borderlands in this nice cardboard sleeve, and I also picked up Ace Combat Assault Horizon again in this nice bigger box. If you're watching the videos and you got anything to sell, anything weird and wonderful, PS3 bigger boxes, JRPGs, anything that are for my particular taste, then hit me up on Instagram and let's see if we can do a deal. But with all of that out of the way, let's get the car loaded and I'll catch you when we get to Starbridge CX. Doing that familiar walk to Starbridge CX, and I haven't been to Starbridge CX for a few weeks now. I've been pretty dead in there, but someone must be a fan of the Collector's Quest channel because tons and tons of obscure rare JRPGs have been traded into Starbridge CX. I think on my list I've got about 28 games I'm looking to pick up from this particular CX store. But let's not run before we can walk. Let's trade in this stuff, and who knows, it might be the best pickup video ever from CX. Just came out of Starbridge CX. I love going to that CX. The staff are so friendly. We always have a good chin waggle about everything to do with life, gaming, all sorts of stuff. Got to wait until 11 o'clock to go back and hopefully pick up that sweet voucher. So I'm going to head now to Old School Gaming in Brawley Hill. Goodbye PS Vita. It was like we never knew each other. Right, we made it to Old School Gaming. Let's jump in. Stepping into Old School Gaming, had an absolute grail for the PS3 in Blazer time. Currently out of stock at CX, but I've got it listed for £200. Not sure if this is any good or not, so let me know in the comments below if you know if this is worth adding to the PS3 collection. Also had a decent selection of Zelda games for the DS and the Game Boy in good condition. Old School Gaming have also got a great selection of Pokemon cards, so if that's your bag, get yourself down to Old School Gaming because they've got your back. I love this statue here in Old School Gaming. Also bumped into some absolute legends with Retro Ghetto, so yeah, big shout out to him. Yeah, we're just still having a look around the shop, but it's so busy. So yeah, let's get back to it. If you're on the crazy journey of collecting a full set of PS3 essentials, then Old School Gaming have got a great selection to choose from. Got some very cool collected editions here and bigger box editions. Some very tasty PlayStation 1 games. Cool to see some higher end PS1 games out in the wild. It just came out the fantastic Old School Gaming and ka-ching, we've done the deal. I'll go over how much we made because I'm in Brody Hill High Street and I've got a wad of cash in my wallet, so yeah, we'll go through all that when we get back. But I knew it was going to happen. The goal of today was to sell some stuff, but of course added some more bits from the amazing Old School Gaming, and it was really busy in there, to be fair. I think they had like a mini reopening. I think Rich was putting out some new things on the shelf, so he got a lot of hype on social media. But I bumped into a couple of subscribers, so I bumped into Darren. Funny enough, he actually won the CEX voucher giveaway, so shout out to Darren. And I also bumped into the legend, which is Retro Ghetto. Just like two peas in the pod at the minute, we keep bumping into each other. Saw him on Sunday at the Black Country Games Fair and saw him again, so great to have another chat to him and great to get a bit of hindsight into how he films his stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna head to Stowers now. See you in a bit. Jumping into Starbridge CX, like I mentioned, they had an amazing selection of some great JRPGs. So yes, right in my element here. So jumping in, had a couple of Atelier games here, and they also had a copy of Blue Reflection for £32, which is mental because I paid about £60 for my copy about 2-3 years ago. So definitely want to add to your collection now that it's come down in price. Couple of nice Tales of games with Tales of Xillia 1 and 2 with the steelbook and the cardboard sleeve, very cool. They also had a copy of Folklore, which is a PS3 launch title, for £45, so pretty cool. Just came out of Starbridge CX and I got those sweet vouchers, but I spent them at the same time. So they gave me about £400, £450 on a voucher for the iPhone, laptop and the action camera, so all good, everything traded and fine. I don't know what's happening with this camera, there we go. And I added some amazing stuff to the collection. I've got a bag full here. I mean, there's probably 30-40 games. The receipts are the length of your arm. I don't think I've ever spent so much or bought so many games at once in CEX, but hey, it's on a voucher. And CEX, man, and Starbridge is so funny. They were asking me what I do, so I told them I do YouTube. One of the members of staff there subscribed to the channel, so shout out to you. And I just realised I'm going in the wrong direction, but it's fine, we'll carry on. But yeah, it's always a good vibe in there, good conversation, friendly staff, so yeah, highly recommend Starbridge CX. So I'm going to go back towards Tesco because I've just realised I'm parked there. Catch you in a bit. Oh, back from that game hunt, and wow, that's just what the doctor ordered. After having a very stressful few weeks at work, yeah, I needed that to get out there, clear my head and just forget about work for a few days, and yeah, that was really good. Got a lot to show you, so before we get into the pickups, go over what happened at Old School Gaming. So took all the PS Vita games in, and I forgot to mention, but I was looking at getting about £800 on a CX voucher if I was to take him into CEX, but wanted the cash to be able to take some guilt-free spending money over to York tomorrow, so figured go into Old School Gaming and see what Rich has to offer, and he gave me about £820 in cash, so pretty much matching what CX would give me on a voucher. And I know I can hear, or metaphorically hear, some people going, oh, you shouldn't have sold it, should have kept them, or you should have sold it on eBay. And look, I just ain't got the time to go through 30-40 games, list them on eBay, take pictures, wait for them to hopefully sell. Maybe if I was a bit better prepared and I had the time, I would have sold some on eBay and maybe got, you know, a couple more £100 on eBay, but it is what it is. I'm happy with the cash. Rich was happy with the deal, and yeah, it just adds more stock to his shop. So if there's anything from my old PS Vita collection that you want to pick up for your own collection, then get yourself down to Old School Gaming in Brolly Hill. And yeah, as soon as I walked in there, I saw the legend Retro Ghetto. just weird. Saw him literally a few days ago and seen him again at Old School Gaming. So great to have another chat with him and just see how he films his videos. Also got the chance to meet James, who was with Retro Ghetto. So nice to meet you, James. Big shout out to you. And I also met Darren, who is a supporter of the channel and actually the winner of the CEX vouchers. So great to meet you all. And yeah, it's just what it's all about, into getting out there, getting into the community, seeing people that have a genuine passion for game collecting, and it just gives me a massive buzz. So going to go over the Old School Gaming pickups because I've got a lot of CEX pickups to go through. So I'm going to fly through these. Picked up GTA 5 for the PS3, but this is the special edition, comes with a nice steelbook. I'll be sure to do some overlay of that. Speaking of steelbooks, I picked up Batman Arkham City for the PS3 in this very nice steelbook. One that you see fairly often, but saw it there in Old School Gaming, so had to leave with it. And the final steelbook for PS3, I picked up 007 Quantum of Solace. Actually meant to be a very good game, but super cool steelbook in this black and gold finish. So yep, happy with those PS3 steelbooks. Back to normal games, I picked up Steins Gate for the PS3. After getting rid of my PS Vita collection, this is one that I wanted to add because it looks very interesting, a very cool looking visual novel game, so happy with that. Moving over to two Nintendo Wii games, I picked up Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles, which is a light gun game. Just want to add all of the major Resident Evil games to the collection, so saw that one and had to pick it up. And finally, the big pickup from Old School Gaming, we got Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo. Saw it on Retro Ghetto's channel a couple of months ago and it looks very cool. I think it's a 2D/3D side-scroller beat 'em up and just got fantastic art, so saw it there. Had a wallet that was feeling a bit too heavy, so had to pick it up. Oh, right then, we get to the CEX pickups and this bag is stacked. I've got about 40 games in there and as you can see, massive receipt there. As I mentioned earlier, I traded in those electronics and got about £450 on a voucher, so I used that for these pickups. I had to put a bit of money towards these, but yeah, just had a ton of Japanese role-playing games traded into my local CX, which is Starbridge, so I thought, got to pick them up because you don't see some of these games that often. So when in Rome, just going to go through them randomly because there's so many in this bag and I haven't had a chance to organise them into any particular order. First one, we got Untold Legends Dark Kingdom, just a PS3 exclusive that I've been intrigued to play, so happy to pick up that. Or it's like a goodie bag this, we don't know whether we're going to pull out expensive or cheap. Next one, White Knight Chronicles 2. I think this has the first one remastered on there, so good one to pick up if you can see it. Cost me £18. Oh, okay. Alright, this is a cool one. I picked up Injustice God Among Us for the PS3 for £2.50, but picked up this very nice steelbook and I think I did very well for £2.50. On eBay looking at about £10 to £15 with the slipcase. So had to pick it up, saw it on there, £2.50, couldn't leave it behind. Oh, what we got next? Alright, next up we've got Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix for £5. Just had to pick that up because I've already got 1.5 Remix, so my collector's brain made me get that. Alright, now we get to some pretty cool stuff. We've got Agarest Zero Generations of War for the PS3 for £20. Just a cool strategy JRPG that I've always wanted to add to the collection. Man, my arm's getting tired going through this bag. Next up, we've got Eternal Sinatra for PS3 for £25. Unfortunately, this one doesn't come in the manual, but I found this about 3 or 4 times out at CX and it doesn't come in the manual, so just thought I'd pick it up while I'm there. Can always add the manual at a later date. Alright, we get to a big one now. Silent Hill Downpour for £70. Like I keep mentioning, want to collect all the Silent Hill games, so had to pick that one up. God, my arm's getting stiff doing this. Next up, we've got Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns, just one that I needed to complete the trilogy of Final Fantasy 13 games. Cost me £22. Man, there's still so many games here. Next up, we've got Artanelico, I think you pronounce it. Quaigo Canal of Arc Seal. Probably butchered the whole of that name, but yeah, just another JRPG that I wanted to add to the collection, just a very weird one. Cost me £22. Oh, bloody hell. Alright, we get to one of many Xillia games. So this is Xillia Freeze, The Alchemist and the Mysterious Journey. That cost me £28. We've got Xillia Sophie, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Book for £28. There's a bit of a theme here, guys, can you tell? Next up, we've got Xillia Lydia and Sorel, I don't know how you pronounce that. The Alchemist and the Mysterious Paintings for £22. Seems like someone loves the use of the mysterious word. Next up, we've got Dot Hack You, Last Recode for £15. I think that's a remaster of the first 4 games on PS2. Oh man, this is tiring. Next up, we've got Gravity Rush 2 for £35. Already got the first one on PS4 remastered, so had to pick that up. Then I picked up The Legend of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel 3. Broken record, but this is a fantastic JRPG series, so highly recommend that. There's no sight at the minute, guys. I can't see the bottom of the bag. Next up, I picked up Odin Sphere. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, just Odin Sphere. I think this is a remaster of the PS2 game. Very good, played it on PS Vita, but couldn't get used to the controls due to the weird analog sticks on the Vita. Then picked up Nier for £18. Got this for the PS4 remastered, but I'm a weird collector, want the OG because it's a brilliant game. Then got Uncharted Arms, which is another JRPG from Ubisoft of all people. This is pretty cool. We've got Ico and Shadow of the Colossus Classics HD. Like I said previously, I want to get all of the Classics HD for PS3, so cool to pick that one up for £22. Got another Legend of Heroes game in Trials of Cold Steel 4 for £32, so pretty expensive for a fairly old PS4 game. I then picked up Steins Gate Elite, which is the 3rd or 4th one in the Steins Gate visual novel franchise, so picked that up for £18. Don't worry, we still got more. I picked up World End Syndrome, just a very cool looking visual novel JRPG, and it comes with an art book, but I'm not going to get it out now. I'll do that later and do some B-roll of it. Alright, we'll save that one to last because that was the most expensive. We got Steins Gate Zero. I traded this into Old School Gaming, so I wanted to pick that up because it does look like a pretty cool visual novel game, and I'll play that on the PS Portal. Then we've got another Xillia game, but I think this is a spin-off, like a city builder game. It's Nelki and the Legendary Alchemist, Xillias of the New World. Man, some of these titles are an absolute mouthful. That cost me £22. All right. We've got 3 more games. We're almost there, guys. Next up, we've got Knights of Azure, which is a very weird hack and slash RPG. Again, £28, and one that you don't see all too often. Likewise, we've got Knights of Azure 2, Bride of the New Moon. Again, pretty uncommon to see this one. Cost me £30. And then we get to the last game, finally. Shout out to all you if you stuck around for that. But we've got a £75 game for the PS4 in Xillia, Rise of 2, Lost Legends and the Secret Fairy. You saw me pick up the first one of this from Sega Supplies in Old Hill a couple of weeks ago for £30, and I didn't realise that this one was so expensive, but one that I've been after for a while. I want to jump into this franchise because I think this is a very good entry point in Xillia Riser, and just one that you don't see all too often. So yeah, very expensive, but if anything, that's only going to go up. Oh, wow, that was a lot of games, guys. So yeah, that's everything that I picked up from Old School Gaming and CEX in Starbridge, and yeah, there's games everywhere. There's about 40 games that I need to go through, de-sticker, clean up, get them added to the shelves. Yeah, super happy with the pickups. Obviously, great to go to Old School Gaming, see some fellow collectors, see the Legend, Retro Ghetto, and the other people that were there. So big shout out to everyone that I met today. Just one of my favourite parts of this hobby, meeting like-minded people. And yeah, with the CX pickups, I just figured because a lot of these are fairly rare, I just had to pick them up. I didn't obviously have to pick them up, but you know what I mean. Been after these for a while, and you just don't see some of these in CX, so figured got the vouchers, so why not? But let me know in the comments below what you would have picked up from old school gaming or CX, or let me know if you've got any experience with the many games that I showcase. Obviously didn't have the time to go into great detail about any of them in particular, just because there's so many, and I don't want this video to be hours and hours long. But yeah, let me know what you think, and if you haven't done so already, then please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the Collector's Quest channel. Got tons more videos planned, car boot hunting videos coming. The weather is looking pretty good, so we should be good for next weekend. Obviously got the York trip planned for tomorrow, which you guys will be seeing sometime next week or the week after. Don't know how I'm going to schedule these videos or when this one's going to go live, but you'll see it at some point in the future. And just tons of other videos planned coming your way, so I would massively appreciate you hitting the like button and subscribing to the Collector's Quest channel. And as always, good luck on your game hunts and collecting adventures. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll catch you in the next one.